Hello and welcome back to Lunar Eternal Blue Unworked. Oh, I got a lot of stuff that's like sitting here and mostly blocking my keyboard. It has been a few days since I did some batches of Eternal Blue. Took a little break because of my birthday. But we are going to take on the keep. Kingsmail. Perfect for Leo because, well, he's better than that piece of shit he was wearing all this time. So we're gonna run into our favorite batch of enemies. First, we got Dodonka and Dark Sorcerer. Did not consent to that. Gas damage. Death damage. And of course, since it's the final dungeon, we're not gonna get any kind of money here. The experience. It's doable. Magic hats to go along with the Dark Sorcerer. Of course, the magic hats were used in Silver Star Story. they ended up being in Mike's lab. He looks so pissed just because that happened. Like, all right, now who's the wise guy? Okay, that's beefy. For magic experience, that is very beefy. Laser Boy and Gongonka. We're just looking at enemies being used in Lunar Silver Star story now. I'm really not mad at the drops though. That's just saying, oh, do you really want to use this time to get some more magic? This is the place to do it. Now keep in mind, during the time of recording, I'm doing this on the 12th. The third remaster of this series will be coming out around the 18th. But by that time, you know, it really wouldn't matter. I mean, really, to be fair and honest, I'm glad I'm finally getting the chance to play Eternal Blue again. But in the sense that it's not exactly the same Eternal Blue. It's a more restored version of the game. In which you are as powerful as you should be and not the opposite. Like, you shouldn't ever have to be struggling to actually to become strong, you know? So, I'm going to share with you what I honestly feel about what they should do afterwards. I honestly feel that the series have been stuck on 1 and 2 for so long. They also had a proper third game which was called Magic School, aka Walking School. We're not worried about Magic School at this point because there's a fan translation already worked out. But the one thing that Gung-Ho could actually benefit from is maybe after the first 2 games, maybe we might get a third game. I mean, it was at one point a work in progress. So, who knows? We finally might get that third game. We've been so looking forward to being promised. You know, perhaps this might be that time that we finally get what is long deserved for the series. Properly. A third and fourth game. I mean, here's the hoping we do get a third game going, as well as a fourth game. Here's hoping that when I reach Zophar, it will still be considered the Master of Shield. You notice how his attacks are getting higher and higher and higher every time he does post sword? At this point, I feel tempted. Take a parade! I mean, at the very least, it just won't be like, the same Lunar Eternal Blue complete version, quote unquote. But you know, there would be some emphasis about, you know, it being complete. As far as that's concerned, you know, because honestly, if you're going, this is what I feel. What the emphasis behind complete means. That means everything is in it. That means you have options to play it in either English or Japanese. And they would point out, you know, or US and Japan. Like, take for example, when I did Silver Star Story, the PlayStation one, there's a difference between Lunar Silver Star Story Complete and Lunar Silver Star Story. Silver Star Story was Saturn. Okay, keep that in mind. And I'm pretty sure if there was a Saturn, if there really was a Saturn version, the Saturn version would have the option of you're playing it on normal or hard. Or US difficulty and Japan difficulty. US difficulty was hard, Japan difficulty was normal. You would also have the option of Would you like to hear the entire voice cast in the US version, or the one you never heard of, which is Japanese? When I did Zophar Story, keep in mind I did it twice. I did the original when it was, when it was out. We didn't know it was hard mode, and played it as is. Now that, and then I did the hack of Zophar Story as it should have been. Played it in Japanese. Guess what happened? Everything was different. The wording was different. The song was definitely different. Another thing that should have happened was, if you were going to play it like that, there should have been a music option. To say, oh, do you want to play with the Sega CD version, or would you like the newer version? Because that's another thing I just don't like about, the fact that, oh, this is what happened. No, I want basically everything that says complete. I want to play the older version or the newer version. Storm Shield. Immortal Robe. Be right back. Heed the call to awaken. Oh, excuse me. Grow for de-evolution. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. What was I mentioning? Right. Lunar. While I'm trying to get this out of my system, the one thing I did enjoy about playing both versions of the unworked versions of Silver Star and Eternal Blue was the fact that you basically are making yourself more powerful than you should be. And given a chance, that's what it's all about with an RPG. Make yourself as stupidly powerful as you can, without trying to attempt to hit the cap to do it. I feel like that's what you shouldn't do to your players. You should never let them feel like their levels are inadequate, especially if you're going through a dungeon as large and as big as this one is. See, like, this damage you should be doing. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Like, technically, you should be as stupidly powerful as you can make yourself out to be. False wind. See, this is doable. This is very doable. I'll take your blade! And the only character who's been struggling all this time to gain levels, Lamina. And the entire party, she has been struggling. To get some levels. Kunio-kun! Because why not?
What was that? It sounded like something crumbling.
It was what we needed. That was the bridge in the gallery. But oh no, I have to say, as far as the series is concerned, is under a different under a new developer, fact that the series is not lost. And I'm just going to look at that, you know, for the newer people who always wanted to get into the series, you have a great chance of getting into the series. And you will enjoy the series, I can guarantee you that. I mean, I'll leave it at that. You will enjoy the series. You have to play it with, you know, a set of new eyes instead of old. If it makes sense. You know, that's how I see it. And do it for the sake of the franchise itself. It's been around since the 90s. It should get the love and, you know, adoration it longly and richly deserves, because it's what shaped our generation as RPGers. If you don't know, this dungeon is very long. And it's separated into 3 spots. The keep, the tower, and the pinnacle. Or rather, the keep, the tower, the pinnacle, and Coliseum, all in one. All this, and I haven't even used Galleon's sword as a weapon. Or rather, an item, not a weapon. I don't apologize for the times I actually sped up some of the battles. because it's what I did when I was grinding. And there is such a thing as over-grinding. And I've done that on occasion. Especially with this game. It's sort of like you do need to grind, and you do need to in a sense you might have a tendency to overgrind. There's one thing I would like to say. If you got a character that uses skills, don't call up magic. Like say you got characters like Kyle from the first game and Gina in the second game. They use skills, not magic. Another thing, you don't have to use your magic experience to save the game. Which I found was very shitty in the original. Like seriously, why would you have to do something like that? You're very experienced that you're using to power up your skills, your magic. Just to save the game? That's stupid. I wonder, can I use... Yeah, I can. Me after all that. Bridge collapse. We should make sure we're going forward. So you remember, we broke down a wall just to get through here. And a magic rod. And it takes us to here. And here is the tower. Because we got through the keep. So next will be the tower. And then the pinnacle. And then after that, well, then we deal with Zophar and end the main part of the game. And then after that, epilogue. So I'm saving right here. And actually stopping, and in the next part, we continue this madness going through the tower, which will most likely into the pinnacle and the final battle of the main game, which is coming at you right after this. I hope you've been enjoying the Let's Play, and I'll see you next time for more Lunar, the Silver Star, and Eternal Blue Unworked. Bye now.